Hey, my name is Azaria. Welcome to my channel. Um, First off, I want to thank all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you and welcome. Welcome to House of Truth. I also want to thank my old subscribers. Thank you for all the love and support. You don't know what it means to me. If you would like a personal reading, please look in the About section and you will find the listings there. Today, I wanted to talk about today. My attention had been drawn to something. I was sitting in my room. As always, when I'm minding my business, my lips and teeth begin to chatter, like, in a form of being cold. You know how like your jaws and mouth vibrates, you know. So I began to meditate on it, and it wasn't coming to me at first, but I just kept having this vibration in my face and my mouth, like my teeth were chattering. It was weird. But what came to me is that people it could be the masculine, it could just be people in general. There are people who are trying to heal themselves from drug usage. I kept wanting to thinking that, well, maybe it was like maybe somebody's cold, or in another state, it might be snoring a cold, but no. What came to me was withdrawals. People are going through withdrawals. It sounds like I said withdrawals. People are going through withdrawal. Tongue-tied. But anyway, yeah, people are trying to heal from their drug usage. And I just got like this it was like a sad feeling. Maybe the people that are around having to watch these individuals go through this, and it must be a pretty big mass of people that are withdrawing from drug usage. But what it did was put me in the mind of the prodigal child. Immediately I started thinking about the prodigal child. Parents who really engross themselves within their children, want them to grow, do good is what I'm trying to say, do right. And that child goes against the grain and pretty much wants to go out into the world and find their own path and their own way. And because of the fact that these children did not follow the guidelines that were set before them, they went out into the world unexperienced and had to suffer greatly. I was always told by my grandmother, if you're not prepared to go out there and you take it upon yourself to take these avenues to pretty much find your own way, your own direction, how you can run into turmoil and pain and destruction. Because you didn't heed advice. Okay? That's what came to me. So there are people who are trying to get themselves together, get themselves out of substance abuse. And I think it's good. But for me to receive that is like, oh my God, like for 2 hours. For 2 hours straight, my mouth and jaws are just like chattering. You know, but I wanted to bring up some energies of some of these prodigal children, the children whose parents were trying to be there, but the child decided to go out and do their own thing. And you got parents out there who are wondering where their children are at, not knowing where they're at, how they're doing, things of this nature. Okay. I've already prayed. The cards have already been pre-shuffled. So I'm about to get started. I need the energies of the prodigal children. I need the energies of the prodigal children, please. Please step forward. I need the energies of the prodigal children. Please step forward. I need the general energies of, the prodigal children. I need the general energies of the prodigal children. Wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna take half of y'all. 6, 7. Clear. Okay. It's a lot that needs to be said. We got, it's like 10 or 11 that came out, but I'm only taking 7. And these will be done in segments. Okay. I got more than 7. Some of them stuck together. I'm only taking 7. Sorry, maybe next time if I do this reading again. Sorry. I got a feeling of disappointment. People are wanting to talk. Souls wanting to be heard. Okay. We got 7 energies that came out for the prodigal children, okay? The first energy, we got 5 of Cups, having regret. Then we got 7 of Cups, delusions, living in delusions. 9 of Cups in reverse. Empathy. Things are not moving slowly. It's like life might be a rush to this individual here. Okay, that's the Nine of Cups in reverse. And then we got the Ten of Swords, finale, putting an end to something, starting new beginnings. Five of Wands, we got somebody arguing, going through arguments and fighting and things of this nature. Then we have loyalty, King of Pentacles in reverse, someone maybe who can't really stand on their word, wanting, maybe coming out of the energy of maybe having to go through unloyalty, lacking when it comes to finances. People have been unloyal to this individual. Okay, and then we have the Three of Cups, celebration, partying, things of this nature. Okay, so the first one we're going to start off is the prodigal child who is having regrets. Okay, prodigal child who is having regrets. Five of Cups. Okay, this is the prodigal children, part one. Why are they having regrets? They've had to walk away from something, having regrets of walking away from something. The feeling that I get is that this individual had to walk away or walked away. Looks like due to maybe their association. That saying birds of a feather flock together. There was an energy around this group of prodigal children who allowed people to lie and deceive them, okay? It looks like this prodigal energy allowed people to deceive. Like the people around them told them lies as a form or a way to coax them into doing what they wanted them to do. And it left this energy of prodigal children feeling regretful. Having to walk away. It caused a severe loss. Walking away caused a severe loss. They lost the people that really loved and cared for them. They spilled all their cups on the ground, okay? They spilled all their cups on the ground. And they forgot about the ones who pretty much helped fulfill their life because they listened to the ones who lied and deceived them or coaxed them into doing what was wrong. They thought that the ones that were in their ear, telling them to go off and do certain things. They thought maybe it was the thing to do, or it was fun, or they wanted to fit in. Okay, regret. This is the vibe I'm getting from this card. Okay, and that was clarified by paranormal in reverse. Okay, they're having regrets in regards of maybe listening to the individuals that they were around and taking their advice, and they have regrets in not asking enough questions, being more inquisitive in what it is that these individuals were probably telling this prodigal child. They also lost their spirituality behind these individuals and following in behind these individuals. There's a Bible scripture that says bad association spoils youthful habits. Okay, but they are feeling also in regret that they listened to these individuals and allowed these individuals to steer them into the wrong direction. Okay, then we have the authentic. You are the one. They didn't ask questions in regards of if this person was real or not. They have regrets. They have regrets. They have regrets of not asking enough questions when it came to this individual, if they were being true and being real with them. And because they didn't ask questions, they followed behind certain individuals that were not authentic, that did not have this prodigal child's best interest at heart. Okay? And they're saying that sorry that they listened to other people. They felt that this individual was the one, was authentic, because of the fact that they did not investigate, okay? They did not investigate, ask questions, dig deeper to find out more about this individual. They fell head over heels for them, okay? They fell head over heels for them. It could be a man or a woman. Okay. And the hanging one. Okay. So they had regret. This prodigal child got involved with an individual that they didn't really investigate, or really looked like didn't even give time to know. This individual told them things that made this individual told this prodigal child things, lies and deceit that made this prodigal child pretty much coax this prodigal child into doing things that were not beneficial for them. Okay. Had this prodigal child thinking that they were the authentic one. And this prodigal child fell head over heels for them. The perception, hanging around, hanging one, knowing the situation. I believe that this individual that coaxed this prodigal child knew what they were doing. They knew that they were being deceitful. Okay? Yeah, this prodigal child is upset with themselves because they didn't use their intuition when it came to accepting this individual's offer. They also didn't ask, like, what type of work was this person doing? What was this person involved in? They didn't ask questions in regards of that either. Like, what were their practices? You know, how did they make their money? What avenues were they dipping off into? They're also, this prodigal child is upset because they feel that they were duped, lied to in believing that this person was authentic. They feel like the fool. They feel like a fool behind this because they thought that being with this individual, they were going to be able to have these new beginnings, this fresh start. Okay? And like I said, they fell head over heels for this individual due to the lies that were told to them. Like I said, this prodigal child seems like they're a little bit gullible. They believe things that they're told without doing any investigation. They felt that this person, this prodigal child, felt that this individual brought strength, brought them fortitude, brought this prodigal child strength and fortitude because they were so in love with this individual. And the individual that was doing the deception knew what they were doing. Okay? They knew what they were doing. It was almost like this person that knew what it was that they were doing in order to be deceptive to this prodigal child. Didn't have any interest for this prodigal child at all. It was a way or a form to just be manipulative, to have a form or a way to have control. They weren't fascinated with this prodigal child. They just wanted to have control. Queen of Pentacles, ambition and clarity. The way that I look at it, they were using this prodigal child for money. Like I said, they were hanging around having the perception, knowing that they were deceiving this prodigal child. Okay? I don't know if this prodigal child grew up with money or had money, but I see the Queen of Pentacles came out, ambition. Maybe this is what this individual is seeing within the prodigal child, the ambition within the prodigal child. And people will use you too if they, like I've said before, people see your light and they will attach themselves to you and will try to drain you and use you. But they hung around waiting for this Queen of Pentacles, the money, the person that was ambitious. And I believe this is the prodigal child. Or the prodigal child looked at this individual as being ambitious. They could have had money as well. Okay, I see it two different ways. Could have the person who was doing this or the deception was a very ambitious person, had money, lived good, things of this nature. And the prodigal child lacked clarity on this individual, didn't know how deceptive they were. This individual probably flashed their money in their face, in the prodigal child's face, as a way or a way or a form in order to coax them in, to bring them in, draw them in. Okay. This individual gave prodigal child money, yeah, as a form of coaxing them in, gave them money, broke bread with them at times. Yeah, gave them, this was the way to keep them close. They will offer money to the prodigal child at times. It'd be a little small something, but it was enough to keep prodigal child coming back or keep them bound to them. Okay. The prodigal child thought that this was going to be a way to start new beginnings. But it left disappointment and heartbreak. Why? Why did it leave disappointment and heartbreak? King of Wands in reverse. It left disappointment and heartbreak. It almost looked like it left disappointment and heartbreak because this individual did not inspire the prodigal child like they thought they were. They used money as a way or form to keep them bound, not inspiring their efforts or ideas, endeavors. King of Wands in reverse. And this brought anxiety to the prodigal child, okay? I believe this individual had money, and the prodigal child thought maybe this individual was going to help them with their endeavors and their dreams, and they didn't. It didn't help. They did Page of Cups in reverse. They did nothing as a form of or a way of helping them with their being inventive. Yeah, didn't help them with their endeavors. What did they do? What did they do if they didn't help? I see money was involved and things of this nature. So what did they do if they didn't help? They didn't walk away, and I believe this is the prodigal child. But what did the deceiver do? What this looks like to me now is a form of control. Okay, this, like I said, this person has been had a very loving, probably a very loving family, people that supported this individual, the prodigal child, But they left. They left the ones who were supportive to them to be with a person who lied and was deceitful because they thought they was the one. They didn't ask questions in regards to this person. It's almost like they jumped head first into a relationship without asking questions or trying to figure out what this person's intentions were. They fell head over heels. They thought they was the star, the one, but they didn't ask about what type of work this individual did, what type of practices this individual did. And this individual knew that they were being deceptive to this prodigal child. They didn't use their intuition when it came to trying to figure this person out. They feel like a fool for it. The prodigal child feels like a fool for this, for thinking that this was going to be a fresh start, and it wasn't. They felt that this person gave them strength and fortitude, but it was all a lie, all a setup. They didn't support them in their dreams. It almost looks like, too, that might have gotten this individual pregnant. They might have ended up having a child together, which is a way or form to keep a person bound or stuck to you. You know, they didn't walk away. They didn't have clarity in regards of this person. I believe the prodigal child was a very ambitious person, had money, and this person used him, used this individual. This individual used this prodigal child, even laid up and had a baby with this individual, you know, to keep them stuck. Whoever can relate to this. This is what has happened to your child. This person did not care about this individual, the prodigal child, but just wanted to use them for their money. So now what I see is that the prodigal child was the one breaking off ends, sharing money, being flexible, you know, giving this individual money now and again, okay? But this individual seemed like maybe that's all that they were concerned about, but not encouraging or being there or being supportive to this prodigal child's endeavors and dreams, but just got their hand out all the time asking for paper, for money. And they feel regret for not listening, for not taking heed, for not asking questions about them being the authentic one. And this person is using the prodigal child for money to the point they even got the prodigal child pregnant. And what's crazy is there are people that are aware of this situation that are around praying for the prodigal child. Okay? And it could be for the, you know, ancestors trying to look over or look after the prodigal child to make sure they're okay, or it could just be people, close friends, friends that they've acquired within this relationship that knows that there are some deception and lies going on and realize how maybe the prodigal child is being treated. Okay? And look like they're feeling bad. What's the conclusion? What's the conclusion? What's the conclusion? What's the conclusion? What's the conclusion for this prodigal child? Energy 1. The energy for this prodigal child is they plan on cutting this individual off with treachery. Like they know they're going to have to put their foot down in order to come up out of this hold. Okay? So that's Prodigal Child, Part 1. If you like my readings, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.